Right. Like I start every stream off by saying that. 2022C, ARCA, Daytona, big tracks. It's a fun time. Get out there and take a peek at running what, where, and why. Stream opens to Tom spinning out, I think, with his teammate there, Will, just making it by, so that's good. Good.
That's what happens when you don't look at your relatives.
Can't make this stuff up, man. I just hit exciting. That's all I did, Tom. It's your fault.
I mean, there was plenty of room to my right. You guys could have gone around.
Oh, brother. Good stuff, good stuff. So, we have a decently packed field tonight, actually. 16 drivers taking the field so far with a solid 3 minutes left before we head on over to ye old driver's briefing room. Document that really
Is there a way to
quick.
turn off the spotter, like, text box thing that shows up? It's really distracting on these tracks.
Hey, say that again, man. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The spotter, like, text that comes up in the middle of the screen, is there a way to turn that off? Because it's super distracting on these tracks.
I think it's in the sound options.
Found it, thank you.
You got it.
Right. Wouldn't be a race control stream without me trying to shovel food down my throat while I'm doing it, so also going really well.
Anybody want to try to get a last-second pit party going?
Alright guys, it is 8 o'clock. If you can finish up your laps and pull the hot rods down pit road, we'll get started here in just a minute. I might be a good 60 seconds or so late, but please pile in when you can. Thank you.
Copy that.
Needs to tell me why we have the best looking ARCA field in iRacing. These cars are beautiful, guys. Very good looking paint schemes.
And silver bullets look good.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks. There are a lot of good paints in this field.
You know, Tom, it's funny you say that because when I started the stream, the first thing I did was hit most exciting to watch you spin through the grass. So yeah, it's a really good looking paint scheme in the grass. You know.
I
Oh.
just said I'll make it exciting. I didn't say how.
10-4. All right. On the road. Okay. I'm gonna need to get my mathing out here real quick and see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 17. Nope, Devin's in here. I'm missing one person. Who am I missing? Pick on him. Sell him out right now. I think it. Yeah, because. Guys, we're gonna hang out for just another 30 seconds or so. Hopefully Corey can hop back in and join us. Up the rule that I was going to expertly did not do that thing. Right. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and get started without him, and then I'll catch him up once he gets done yelling the cat and his mom involved. I'm gonna let you guys make the story in your heads. Oh no, he's here. All right, cool. Corey, I was not telling everybody about your issue. Anyways, so welcome. Week 1, Daytona, ARCA cars. You guys all know what you're here for. Fantastic season last season, and pretty much everybody here, minus a few new faces, is from last season. So if you're returning, welcome. If you're new, welcome. We have 60 laps tonight at Daytona. It is going to be a grand old time. ARCA cars don't seem to like to bump draft too well. I saw a few people try to test that, and results may vary. So I guess do that at your own risk. But yeah, I'm just going to go over a couple things, not the whole rule book or anything crazy like that. And if anybody has any questions at the end, please click the little button, raise your hand, and we'll get you guys on to qualifying. So first things first, unique to, I guess, these leagues versus regular iRacing officials is the warning system, where we try to put drivers at fault for causing cautions. This warning system for ARCA is 3 tiers. So your first warning, you spin somebody out, you spin yourself out and cause a wreck in the field, and it causes a caution. You will be given EOL penalty for your first warning. Go to the end of the line. You will even get one if you're in the pits with a wrecked race car. I know people get kind of frustrated when they see the penalty pop up and they're already in the pits, but formality, I have to do it. So, second penalty, if it happens again, that's going to be a drive-through penalty under green. So you're going to have to bring your car through pit road at pit road speed while the race is under green. Definitely don't want to have that happen. And then the third and final warning, if it happens to get that far in a single race for any one person, gets you parked for the rest of the race. Will not be disqualified. You will retain all points for laps led or positions that you finish in up to that point. You will no longer be allowed to log laps. If you continue to log laps, though, I will disqualify you, and then you won't get any points. So just make sure that you're communicating well with race control, and everything will be just fine. It also was a little bit iffy last season about the restarts and the lane changing rules. So I'll go over that. We have, I am giving the leader preferred lane choice on the restart. So the person restarting from the first position at the start of the race or any restarts after that will be able to choose whether they want to go high or low. They must tell me at the start finish line of the one to go as it starts to form you guys up, so that we can get organized as quickly as possible. And then if anybody gets any black flags for that, I'll be sure to clear it because I know iRacing's not super kosher on that. You guys have to remember to stay in your lanes before you cross the start-finish line. You cannot weave across to the other lane before the car crosses the start-finish line. If I catch it, I'm going to warn you. If I keep seeing it, people are going to start getting penalties for it. I really don't want to throw penalties. It's such a silly thing. So just hold your line. Obviously, if somebody's missing a shift or there's an incident, please protect your car. Drive defensively. Don't make a wreck happen just because you were trying to stay in line. But if everything's going smoothly, don't do it to get an advantage. Other than that, guys, I think the rule book is pretty straightforward and also readable. So I think everybody should be up on it as far as they want to be. Does anybody have any questions for me before we get the show on the road? Not seeing any hands. Oh, Paul, you've got one. Pop you up here.
Hey, what's
up,
the
Paul?
policy on the yellow line for Daytona this season?
As far as, are you able
So
to go?
qualifying, well, I know that was the thing last time.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, it was such a big fuss last season, and I can't enforce it on 17 drivers. So I'm gonna let you guys do whatever you need to do to qualify. I'd say just please respect any realistic requirements or boundaries that it does have. But I can't watch you all. So
Okay.
we'll just let it go, and hopefully that doesn't frustrate anybody that did get penalties for it last season. But that's what we're gonna do this. But great question though. Thank you, Paul.
No problem.
Anybody else have any questions for me? I don't see any more hands. Going once, twice, 3 times. Sold. All right, guys, you can pop on out of here. I'll advance the session in sim. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll talk to you shortly. Let's connect with Chris here so that we get an opportunity to do that. Said, hey, Chris. All right, buddy. So you have no ignorance. Here is the Discord stream. You will see it now because I'm on a call with you.
Okay.
So not something you
actually,
can find
so real quick before anything, I'm going to restart my computer. My audio keeps cutting in and out, and I can't figure out what the issue is. I'll be right back.
No problem. Just join the call back when you get here.
Okay.
Right. All that fun out of the way. Smashing King. Hey, what's up, man? 143. Another William White, man. He won the most famous award. No kidding. So many friends he's got. Let's take a Iron Will here for his first lap and see how he gets up to speed. Sharp looking 43 machine he's got this season. One of the sim races for mental health. Silver bullets, as he likes to call them. If we had more sunlight, he might actually be able to blind people with that thing, but it's a pretty overcast day, so I think his secret weapon is safe on all of us for now. He's gonna go into turn 3, keeping a high line to build momentum, seeing as though he's still on his out lap, so it's prior to the timed lap. Lap 1. We're 43 fans. Man, we should let him know he's so popular. Takes the green strike. First time lap, William White. I wish we had more time. I wish people didn't have jobs and other things so we could actually do qualifying where all cars do go individually instead of all at once so that we could watch everybody all at once or individually. But while he's taking his lap here, a bunch of other drivers are, in fact, getting their laps in. I don't know if anybody has a time yet. Oh, not quite soon enough for a time. All right, and to the line, Will's going to post a 49.762, beaten out very slightly by Thomas, his teammate, and he's actually going to be tied by Noah Davis, about 49.762. Very, very close times on the board here as we have some drivers popping in. Let's take a look at Shell. It's currently posted time of 49.785, slightly behind the 43 machine. Might come with the one higher number. All white, 44. He needs to get her a sponsor. Very good race car driver. Definitely deserves a sponsor. Line for her second lap, and she's going to run a 49.57 in the Layton. It's going to take P1 with Noah Davis again taking P2. Noah qualified on the pole last night at the street stocks at Charlotte. But about plate racing, and him is not lost, that's for sure. Heck of a drive. Kerry Brooks steals P3 for the moment. Lap. Let's see some drivers that haven't put any laps in yet. Like Robert Gray, 21 Little Debbie's. Always love to see Wood Brothers machines that he manages to bring out. Air Force, Little Debbie's. That's a combination. Very nice looking car, though. Absolutely sending it on the apron. A little sideways. It'll get some heat in the tires as he gets back up to speed here. Yes, Chris, that is definitely the case, but they already did, so they know you're here, so you can't hide.
Just checking before I accidentally say something stupid.
I say something stupid all the time, man. Come on. Not a YouTube channel that thousands of people are going to be watching, man. It's just a bunch of people in here that want William White to win. That's about all we got right now. So I think I could start getting them to do the wave.
I'm rooting for Little Debbie's.
Hey, what's up?
Zebra cake sounds amazing right now.
My armchair partner's rooting for Carrie, so we do have some competition. Is it 43 or is it 777s? Let's see, Rob Gray is gonna. Looks like it'll be the last one to put a time in here. It must have had a late start. But the whole field is within 3/10. 49.506 by Brian Beeman taking pole, and Corey Abbott with a 49.789 in 16th. So, in case anybody was wondering if it was close or not. So, Chris, I know this is foreign to you. This is cars only turning left and weighing a lot and not doing, right turns and really not even hitting the brakes.
I'll have you know, I was born in Indianapolis. I grew up watching NASCAR and going to the Indy 500.
I'm just messing with you. I got to mess with somebody.
Do people still say Framin and Bamman?
I've never heard that term.
Short track though.
Yeah, I hope we don't have too much Framin and Bamman.
Like 80s NASCAR.
Yeah, I definitely hope we don't have any of that. That would be terrifying. Outlook field here is we're going to have the iRacing Mustang. Mustang take the field.
We have Porsches over on the roadside.
You have Porsches? Yeah. You guys got the expensive cars. Very, very cool. Indeed. All right, guys. Good luck. Have a clean race. If you get any flags or anything happens that you assistance with, that's what I'm here for. So please call it out. Thank you very much. All right. So now that I realize that I'm in the presence of an oval expert, Chris, is your pick to win tonight? Who do you think's got the sauce?
Can you pull up the roster?
I absolutely can pull up the roster with qualifying and practice times, all 17 of them.
Ooh. Well, I have seen William White in action. He seems pretty good, but I'm gonna have to root for Robert Gray.
Both would be
just
great
we're
picks.
On the same team. Yeah.
Good luck, everybody. Looking forward to it. Let's have some fun.
Both would be great picks. We've got Kerry Brooks picks, we've got Robert Gray picks, we've got William White picks. So 3 people have picked 3 different drivers, which leads me to believe that it's actually anybody's race. have Brian Beeman and Andrew Hardcastle actually starting out in the front row. Now, Andrew's rocking a GameStop-sponsored red, white, and blue machine, which is, can I tell you, it's got to be one of the sharpest cars in the field right now. I absolutely love the paint job on that car. Just enough white on the front and the patriotic spray all down the side. Really, really cool. Noah Davis and Alayton, row 2. Got Paul Laporte Jr. and Kerry Brooks in row 3. Michelle Voles and Tom Frisch in row 4. Justin Harris and Emily Mather in row 5. Will Remp and Devin Cote in row 6. William White, Sean McMillan in row 7. Wayne Ruprack, Corey Abbott in row 8. And Robert Gray, last but not least, in any means, rounding out 17 drivers as we're going to see him take the green flag here. Chris, let's see if we can get off clean in 2022C. Green flag.
Here we go.
Good start from these drivers. Everybody's still staying relatively calm. We know that's not going to last. Looks like Wayne and Rob fell off the back a little bit there, but I don't think that'll mean a whole lot. The thunder of those engines as they go by, man. Never get sick of the V8s and the 9,000 RPMs they can get up to. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
It is otherworldly in person.
Oh my god, it's so cool in person. I absolutely love it. So it looks like, oh, we have a spotter cam. That's kind of cool. So it looks like Andrew held it steady on the outside, but he's now losing a little bit of ground to Brian Beeman on the inside. Both rows staying relatively straight. We do have a little bit of dancing in the back there, but we are going to have one lap completed.
What's typically the fast line here?
The one that has the most cars in it. Usually it's the draft, and it's how close they are too, right? You see the top lines fading away, but it's, I think, a lot to do with the fact that they are more spread out. The cars closer together. They don't necessarily have to be bump drafting, but if they stay close together, they do manage to produce a bit more speed. The bottom line does have that yellow line to kind of reference, and I think it kind of helps the driver stay organized. It's very hard. You can't see a whole lot when you're in these cars. As Alayton shifts to the outside there in front of Andrew Hardcastle and is going to go, I think he might actually have led that lap. Yep, he definitely did take that lap. Brian. Very darn cool. And I say that it's really hard to see. So pick on Will White here for a minute, everybody's favorite number 43. Let's take a look at what he sees in his cockpit, guys. A lot of the back of the 40 car and not much else. So, as you can see, it's pretty difficult, I think, to kind of, keep your bearings straight and kind of keep your missile pointed in the right direction. Very easy to miss your turn-in points. Very easy to do a lot of things that you don't want to do. And you got to try to not do that for 60 rotations. So, 17 cars, a little bit of switching. It looks like everybody's staying relatively calm so far. Chris, does this surprise you? Were you expecting maybe more carnage? Or
No. I mean, big track. Everybody's got plenty of room.
Yeah, I mean,
probably stay calm the first half, and people start feeling like they got to make some moves about halfway through.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh, as you see Paul Laporte there at the front, kind of get a little bit high. Almost knocked Andrew out of the draft. I don't know if Noah's going to get his nose underneath him there or not. Andrew's trying to safely pull back down, I think. And I think Paul might have missed his turn-in point just a little bit. And, man, that's all it takes. You turn in, a quarter of a second too late. And it is not going to be a fun time.
He's still chasing back on.
Yeah. Yep, well, looking real good.
They're hoping for somebody to get out of sorts up front.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Speaking of the gents hanging out in the back here, so we've got Wayne and Rob keeping a safe distance. I think Rob and Wayne both, I think, know how super speedways can go, and I think they're just kind of, waiting for the big one, keeping a safe distance, much like somebody would They were expecting an explosion. That is the pace car.
You know, I said I saw the little Debbie's car, and I said a zebra cake sounds good. I think I'm feeling Swiss roll.
Swiss roll? Swiss rolls are good too.
Yeah, definitely the Swiss roll.
That's what I need. What's everybody's favorite little Debbie's? That's the best question. What was that, Will? Twinkies, yeah. How did I forget that? We got some Twinkies? I think so. Twinkies will... Or no, is it... It might be Hostess. Oh, no. It's not Twinkies. Oh, no. How people are pulling out their phones and Googling what Little Debbie stuff is. It is Hostess. All right, well, I need a pick for Little Debbie's. What's your favorite Little Debbie's? Give me some options here. How do I know?
Yeah, here, 1 second.
Oh, Chris is going to help me too.
All
Honey
right, let's
buns?
see. Oatmeal cream pies.
Yeah.
Cosmic brownies.
Cosmic brownies are good. Yeah, you said Nutter Butters too. Nutty Buddies, yep. Actually have a box of
Oh
those.
my goodness,
Get to
there's
start
zebra cake rolls. I did not know this.
Zebra cake what?
Zebra cake rolls.
Zebra cake rolls. Ooh.
Yeah.
Mmm. Yep.
Sorry.
No problem. There's a big truck up there.
A little bit of close contact with some of the drivers.
Do I got any rear damage?
Doesn't look like it.
There was a big separation there. I don't know if that's what Wayne needed to try to catch back up the 17 car, the other Napa machine. They look very similar. Starting to fall off pace a little bit from the backpack. Wayne might be able to catch him. I think Rob's in Wayne's draft, so maybe they can pull back up. But again, might not even be the plan. Gosh, that drive-by every time. That gets me every time. That will never not be cool. I've been to...
Now,
What?
They can dip below the yellow line?
Yep, you can go below the yellow line. You cannot go below the yellow line to advance your position. You'd have to give it back if that was the case. But obviously the cars, happen to go there, or things will happen, and I will most definitely not be too much of a stickler. These cars walk around on their own pretty well, especially when they're this close, and it would just be a silly way to try to penalize somebody if they just went down there because they got hit down there or got loose or whatever. A big gap for the 85 Havoline machine on the bottom there to close up. I feel like he just took a few spots on the inside. 17, Sean McMillan catching back up as well. Still leaving the 71 and the 21 out in the back. But automotive supplies and confectionery snacks. What else do they need, man? They can just hang out back there all day. Work on cars and eat goodies. But Andrew is trying to line up a push on a Leighton, I think, but he is just all over the place at the front of the pack there. Really trying to get something going there, help him get by. Pretty well-dominated race by Brian Beeman so far. Doing a great job of protecting the bottom.
Yeah, it could go anywhere, though.
Oh, it sure can, man. We're only, 10 laps into the 60-lap contest? Boy, these guys are whipping through the laps quickly, though, aren't they? Yeesh. Don't blink, folks. You will actually miss it. So I did, speaking of missing it, by the way, we did have some Route 84 Motorsports and 75 Sim Sport love in the chat. So 75 Sim Sports, I'm going to have to pull out my team card here so I can make sure that I'm calling this correctly. Because I definitely would want to be wrong on who to. Team owners chat. 75 Sim.
Rack.
Oh, no. Lincoln, you miss it. Oh, that's not good. All right, so this is where the switch flips. We're no longer in entertainment mode. We are in race control mode. The front end of the 54 machine looks like a crinkled tin can after that. There's a big collision here. Let's right on board with him. He was definitely in it. We use chase cam.
Hey, Robert, how'd you make out back there, bud?
So it looks to me, I'm gonna try to mute that really quick. So it looks to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it looks like all of the incident's gonna stem from the 28 machine of Paul Laporte here. He's gonna drift up the track in the middle of the corner, right here, hit a Leighton 12. Leighton's gonna react. He's gonna check up. Andrew's going to check up. Tom's going to check up, and the 3 didn't quite get the memo in time, and he's going to hook the 54 in the middle of the corner, and a bunch of really good-looking race cars are going to get absolutely thrashed. We had Will Rempe, William White, Kerry Brooks. I think that's Emily Mather in the 385. Justin Harris involved in that incident. In the 8 of Devin Cote. Like Sean Millen gets through it, as well as Rob and Wayne as well. That's a tough one. What do you think, Chris, of my synopsis pass?
Well, I mean, I can't blame the 2 guys in front. I think it kind of came from the guy, number 3, hitting him in the back.
Yeah, I just wonder if he had a reasonable time to react to that, if we can actually maybe take a look at what he saw from his cockpit view. Or she saw. Sorry. I saw Ben, though. It might be name. iRacing likes to take your credit card name and not necessarily your real name. But if we were in the cockpit and we were following the 3 car, let's see, this is real time. This is what the 3 car sees. Definitely a tough one.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, not a lot of time to react.
No. And junked in the pits too definitely doesn't make that one any easier for sure. So, all right, I think we're going to make a call and give this one up to Racing Incident. I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement now.
Okay.
All right, drivers, caution was caused by a big old chain reaction that stemmed from the 28 of Paul getting loose on the bottom, making contact with the Leighton's 12, checking up the 20 and the 54, causing contact between the 3 and the 54, and then a bunch of cars spun out in great Daytona fashion due to the quickness of all events happening and the relative inability, in my opinion, of the 3 car to check up in time. We're going to chalk this one up to a racing incident, and no penalties are going to be assessed at this time. Thank you. See how that goes over. Not sure if everyone's going to be thrilled with that, but you know, I don't know. It's a tough one to call for sure. Faster speeds means slower reaction time, or well, I guess faster reaction time is required. Those kind of things to happen. Well, yeah, well, Chris, sure.
So you're not really looking every time to figure out which contact caused the wreck.
Correct. It is important to figure out which contact, quote unquote, caused it, but you have to find negligence in the driver in order to issue a warning. So if they just
so it
hit
comes
because,
down to could they have avoided it?
right?
And if they couldn't have, then
yeah. Would
it's just
reasonable
one of those
response have
things.
avoided the incident? Not superhuman response, reasonable response. And I don't think the 3, and quite frankly, if the 3 checked up when he needed to, who's to say the car behind the 3 doesn't hit him just the same, and the wreck happens 1 car further back? You know, I mean, it really came down to a big incident there for sure. But I'm a little concerned with the 28 machine getting very tight in the corners. There's a couple times now he's kind of swiped up half a lane, and a bunch of cars are sitting in the pits wrecked. That one, I don't understand why all of my cameras are all sorts of weird. But I think we have no lights on the pace car, Chris, so I think we're going to go green here. Taking a look at...
Wayne, why are we laying back?
Drivers look caught back up. Pace car is going to pull in. Ryan Beeman is going to take us
green
to the green flag. Another clean break. I think Brian actually got out.
Ooh.
Paul did not have the greatest start.
Yeah, he jumped him.
Looks like Leighton is actually going to get in front of Paul as well. Paul's going to have to drop back to third, and Leighton goes right back to the outside. He wants to be the first car on the outside row. And man, look at the run that he had. It looks like he had a little side draft. Noah Davis goes all the way to the wall, 3 wide on the backstretch, and Noah's going to clear Leighton. He might even clear Brian. He does.
Man.
What a pass. Noah Davis to P1 with an amazing move on the backstretch. That was wild. He had such a run. That was crazy.
Yeah, it just carried that momentum.
Good for him, man. That is pretty sweet. TV mixed action here. We'll take a look at that as our top lane seems to have all but disintegrated a little bit there. I don't know if did we have an incident or something? Or just a lot of these guys seem to be all sorts of mixed up. Terry Brooks is trying to recover from his incident there. Most drivers will remain. I feel so bad for Will Rempe right now because this is a repeat of what happened last night at Charlotte in the street stock, man. He was sitting in the pits for 17 laps with damage repairs, and here he goes again, 3 laps down. Such a bummer, man.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you got to just sit there.
Yep. You know, again, it's not an incident that he caused. It's not negligence of the 40 car by any means. It's just a chain reaction, and he always seems to be in the chain somewhere. Like, Wayne is going to remain in his position of kind of scouting out the back of the field as his teammate, Kerry Brooks, has dropped back with him. They look like they're going to hang out in the back for a little bit. It's 28 and 17. Okay, so Harris and Millen are the 75 Sim Sport drivers. Understood. You guys should have grabbed the 75. That would have made sense, huh? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think 75 is reserved for Darren as the team owner.
Oh. Very cool. We got to get Darren up in ARCA. That's what I need to see. Like a whole family business they got. I'm getting messages from Johnny. Justin's in the race. Darren's the team owner. Like a whole Harris family gathering here at Downshift Esports. Well, it looks like Noah has lost his lead there. Leighton seems to have responded to that absolutely stunning pass. And put the number 6 machine back in P2 at the moment. But don't blink now. We talked about him being in a little bit of that scuffle. And hey chat, 43 car is the first car on the outside row right now. I say that as Noah pulls up in front of him. Timing. I can't cast or curse if I'm race control though, so I've said that. I've cleared myself of any and all instances of that being a bad thing. Yeah, not my fault, but still. Right up there in the mix in 4th, right next to the pole sitter and post race leader. Oh! Leighton's going to get very tight. Leighton gets a little bit tight there, I think, into the 6 car, or the 6 car comes down. 100% certain. It's always kind of this taboo, right, of like where you're supposed to be, because if the 12 car didn't want to be on the bottom, you know, the 6 car is pulling down, assuming that he is all the way on the yellow line, they're going to hit each other, right? So it's always an interesting way to kind of spin it, I guess. So it looks like Kerry has dropped back, and as well as Robert Gray, and Noah making his move to seal the bottom away from a Leighton again. Retains P1 on the bottom. That puts William White now as the first car on the outside. Now, we did talk about him having some damage, right, Chris?
Yeah, he was involved in that incident, so...
So you gotta wonder, right?
Lose some arrow.
Yeah. That's my thinking exactly. You almost wonder if he might have some arrow
He's
issues
not
now.
exactly surging ahead.
No, Leighton is now going to try to pull up and around Noah. Maybe, I don't know if he's got the help, though, but the bottom line is definitely going to close up without him there, as the 41 machine of Brian Beeman is all over the back of 6 of Noah Davis. But the 43 did give Leighton a little bit of a jump. Not enough, though. Like Noah's going to maintain the bottom. Got action further back in the field here. You've got 17 and 44, Sean and Michelle pushing each other on the bottom along, trying to follow the leader behind Paul, Brian, and eventually Noah at the front. Outside line is finding some strength, though. But Corey is getting a good bit close to the back of the 43 machine. Almost looked like he wanted to pull out there for a second, but I really don't think Corey would take it 3 wide this early. I think I know him too well, so. A pretty sharp looking 7 machine, though, don't you think?
Yeah, what is that sponsor on there?
I don't know, some sort of Ace sponsor or something. Yeah, it just says Ace. Ace of Spades, yeah. I mean, so I wasn't wrong. I just wasn't expecting to be right. So, well, maybe he's got an ace up his sleeve tonight. Tonight will be his night that he can pull home a W. I know he's really excited. They had a heck of a last season here at the finale. I mean, I think he actually tied Kerry Brooks for 2nd place in the championship and lost the tie only due to the fact that Kerry managed to pull a W earlier in the season and he had not. So definitely hungry for more, and the driver that had beat them both is not racing this season. So what does that tell you?
Anybody's season.
Anybody's season is right. Absolutely. Well, I'd like to say that these drivers have calmed down a little bit, but man, there's just too much twitching and position switching. These guys are all over the place, man, but the cars look really racy. You know, as leaders swapping, and Noah seems determined to win everything. I mean, he's absolutely flying. I feel bad. The 43 car definitely drives like it has some aero damage, because when he's the lead car, he can't get anywhere near Noah, and then when Leighton gets there, he can darn near pull back ahead of him. So I have a feeling
He's
that
staying right where he needs to get a good result, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Might be sneaking past the outside. You get a little bit of run out of the turn, right? Because you get that momentum, the narrower turning angle. Might just... Yep. I'm not sure. He is going to lead him, I think, to the line here. So Leighton is scored as leading laps from his outside position. So, I mean, that's really where it's going to count, right? I mean, it looks good when you're in the lead on the bottom going into turn 1, but when you're crossing the start-finish line, that doesn't count. So,
yep. We got a great run there.
Yeah, Leighton is flying. Really good stuff. Really good formed-up pack, though. But I think if I was to ask the drivers if they still expect a big one, I think the answer that I would get out of the likes of the guys toward the back.
Yep, just tried to hit a button on my wheel and got squirrely.
Oh. Oh, button pushing.
I'm not okay. It scared me.
Oh, a little bit of drama towards the back of the pack. You got to keep things interesting, though, right?
Ooh, that was close.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Leighton shuts the door in Noah's
He
face.
Just came down.
Yeah.
Excellent spatial awareness.
Absolutely, and Noah's going to switch right back to the outside. These guys are trading blows like professional heavyweight boxers, man. This is unbelievable. And Noah's got enough. He might try to pull. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
There it is.
And how do they keep it?
Oh, my gosh.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
They saved it, but not very many other people did. That is the big one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, that is so bad for so many race cars.
Outside.
Oh.
Wow.
My apologies, Leighton.
That's crazy. To rewind here a little bit and right on board with the 85 of Justin Harris, though I'm sure he doesn't think we do, so they're going to get loose, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that absolutely wrecked the whole friggin' field, man. Everybody got a piece of that, I think, except for some of the guys hanging out towards the back. So I think if you're rooting for Kerry Brooks or Wayne or Kerry Brooks, Wayne, and holy cow, names. Rob, there we go. Jeez, I forget Rob's name. You might be in luck because I think they're gonna squeak through this okay. Ride through with Kerry, who does a heck of a job navigating this absolute
Ooh.
mess. Yeah,
Just
wow. Oh man, nice job, Kerry. That was awesome. I'm gonna take one more just because I would love to see the onboard view of this. So this is a treat for everybody because I love it when NASCAR shows this on the broadcast, so I have to watch it myself. So this is what you get for having that spatial awareness, like you said, and being checked up enough. Boy, Sean Milliken had a heck of a save too. Right involved in all of that. But I think if we were to go back to the incident, though, I absolutely do believe that Noah would have to get an EOL penalty for causing this incident. I think his...
Lucky dog coming
Yeah,
outside.
he definitely cut down a little early.
Yep. He knew it too. He was really trying to force the issue there, and I think it's deserved. You know, like I said, I don't like giving the penalties, but that wasn't any ounce of you know, desync or lag or anything like that. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do, and I'll make that announcement now. Hey drivers, caution was caused by contact between the number 6 and the 12 machine. The number 6 pulls down across the nose of the 12, causing a checkup at the front of the pack. And then Daytona happens, part 2. I am going to issue an EOL penalty and a warning to the 6 machine for pulling down too early into the 12 car and causing the whole field to crash behind them. Thank you. So, and then we're going to right click his name and we're going to say move to end of line. He's going to stay at the top of the track. He's going to be put to the back. Michelle, there are no faster pairs tonight, unfortunately. Would like to take one more onboard ride, though. 17 here, Sean McMillan. And guys, you're going to want to see this. The back of the 44 machine, as the incident happens in front of him, he starts to check up, gets into the back of the 44, and then somehow saves it, misses a car clipping him in the back as well, almost kind of like the seas parted there. So really just, oh man, couldn't quite slow down enough for the 44.
Man.
A little bit of desync as well, kind of saving him, but either way, that is massively unfortunate for, again, so many drivers. We actually see our new front row, the 28 of Paul Laporte and the 777 of London's Lightning, Mr. Kerry Brooks, sneaking on through there. Not needing to pit or anything because he is, you know, I guess they just get better gas mileage in Canada. Maybe? I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I think they're driving
He's
the
like,
same
if you're,
thing as us.
He's like, if I'm thinking, I'm not doing anything you're doing. Yeah, I know.
I don't know. They get better liters, better or kilometers per liter up there.
Yeah, it's like you know, maple syrup per free healthcare packet. You know.
Yeah.
Versus our football fields for like washing machines down here. Either way, why don't we go back racing? What do you think?
I'm all in.
Got
Green flag, green flag.
green flags. Hits us, and Paul gets a great jump. Sure, I'm live there. There we go. A lot of rewinding. Obviously, if you're race control, you won't be trying to broadcast at the same time because, I don't know, you're not psychotic.
Can I get a pass on the yellow? Black clear, I'm still sitting in the pit. Thank you.
I love that. So just had to clear a penalty for Tom Frisch, who got a passing under yellow while sitting in his pit box. So if you didn't think iRacing needed some babysitting every once in a while from human interaction, as we see Kerry Brooks taking the lead. Didn't see how he did it. Shame on me. But he
Looks
definitely did it.
comfortable.
Yeah, man. Well, making that sit to the back tactic look pretty darn good right now as we actually just crossed the halfway, 30 laps in the books out of our full 60. And the FanFit gaming machine is sitting strong on the bottom, but the Napa ride, one of the two Napa rides, Sean and Wayne are going to have it out as to who's got what there, because I don't know if we can have two Napa cars, so we might have to have a Western showdown at the end of the race here. But one of the two Napa cars looking strong on the
Best
outside.
competition.
Yes. I think it's the fastest to do an oil change gets to keep the sponsor. I think that's what we'll do. Does sound good. But I think just about every car in the field at this point has been in some sort of incident, so I have to wonder if everybody's kind of on that even field of like, yeah, we all kind of have a little bit of aero damage now, so not a whole lot we can do about it kind of thing.
Yeah, possibly.
Like Mather's in the pits there. Some sort of
Yes,
black flag.
How many cars we got on the lead lap right now?
Currently have 13 with Emily going into the pits now. She, like I said, or if it's Ben, because that's how the notification come through as. So I'm messing that up. I apologize, but I'm trying to cover both bases. Oh! A little contact between Kerry and Sean there. They're going to maintain that 1-2 positions there. But yeah, they definitely said howdy.
There for a second.
Definitely said howdy do a little bit. The tri-oval was not the smoothest either for the 17 machine, so that was something. Oh, wowee. So, ARCA, Daytona, absolutely zero disappointment. No, just absolute blast. I love this stuff. I don't know about you, Chris, but I think Super Speedway racing is both the most dramatic and nail-biting and exciting form of racing. I mean, you've got these cars sitting at 190 miles an hour in the draft, closer to each other than we park at cars in a parking lot. You know, but they're just taking left turns, so it's not hard, right?
They are not suited to be going that fast either.
No. About as aerodynamic as a brick you'd build a house with, but ones are a little better. They got like a wedge kind of on the front of it there, so they're not bad braking a little bit. Definitely not helpful in the bump draft, though, that's for sure. They kind of scoop each other. Sean is having all sorts of issues holding the wheel straight.
Yep.
He's getting really loose on the top, and that upper lane is fluctuating dearly because of it. Like Brian Beeman and Evan Cote, Will White, and I believe that is Mr. Will Rempe back out getting laps, taking laps back here. Yeah, he's only 3 laps down this time. Good for him, Will. Here, buddy. I'm really bummed about last night, so he's still turning laps. But they're all trying to organize to get Sean, maybe hopefully propel him past the 777 of Kerry Brooks. Behind Kerry, 28 of Paul Laporte Jr., number 7 of Mr. Corey Abbott, the 12 of Leighton, 6 of Noah Davis. Now we do have, as you just saw, the number 3 machine of Mather. This is going to be interesting. These guys are going to have to navigate.
Lapper, freestyle apron.
Let's go outside, guys. Let's go outside. Emily's low.
It'll be a little sketchy, hoping that we can do some chopper cam here. The lucky thing is, I think they're going to catch the number 3 machine on the straightaway, so I think, yeah, that is
Thank you, Emily.
very good heads-up driving from the number 3 machine, letting that whole pack get by safely.
You now have room.
Yep.
It is. I cannot express enough how awesome that is. Because if that car is not willing to cooperate, you can wreck the entire field extremely easily.
Are they under any obligation to cooperate?
I mean, their life maybe. But they don't want to get, they don't want to LePage the field as they call it. If you need to YouTube that one, please feel free. There's a YouTube video of Kevin LePage pulling up into the whole field when they're like a good 30 to 40 miles an hour faster than him, and it wrecks about 20 cars. So like just junks them. So obligation,
bucked out.
no, but I mean, if they
Thomas,
did
you
get
saying
run
no?
over by the pack, it would definitely be their fault that they didn't
I'll go
make
after
an
them if
attempt
I
to get out of the
can,
way.
but
So jump on the chopper cam here again. I'm in love with this camera right now. It's kind of like a drone following. It's a big drone. It's a really big drone. Called a helicopter. Following these guys, and again, hats off to another lapper. That actually is Thomas Frisch. Oh my goodness!
Oh, man.
Oh, and there we
Uh-oh.
go. Yep.
Oh,
All right,
I'm
man.
gonna throw the
Caution is
yellow.
out.
I don't.
Caution is
iRacing
out.
wasn't going to, but I can't let that go. Oh my goodness.
Two-man, you seriously just jumped up in a track like that?
I had no control on it. I was trying to save it.
Back us up here a little bit to see what Wayne was talking about.
So, Carrie.
Oh
you
gosh,
need a-
Noah. Wow. That was crazy.
man, I thought Laporte was going to avoid all that, and he just got collected by the secondary wreck.
Pace car coming out of 2.
Actually happened here. So Laporte pulls up in front of Sean, and
Pace car backstretch, pace car backstretch.
Sean just kind of dumps him. Really? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't-
think he established the position before contact was made.
that is really professional sound. Wow. I am proud of you. That was awesome. On board with Sean. Let's take a look. Yep. Yeah, I definitely think he was able to establish there. So I think you're correct. I think we're going to have to throw EOL penalty to the 17 on that one, fortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and make that announcement now. All right, drivers. Caution was caused by contact between the 17 and the 28. The 28 car pulls up in front of the 17, establishes position, and then there's contact made. 17's front bumper sending the 28 spinning into the infield, which then ensued the chaos, in Daytona, part 3. We're going to issue a warning and an EOL penalty to the 17 car, initiating contact, as we felt that the 28 had position where the incident occurred. Thank you.
Lucky dog outside.
End of line penalty. We're going to start marking these somewhere. Will, you want to help me out for a second? Can you make a note somewhere? I need number. I'm talking to my buddy Will. You don't have to, Chris. I got you. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
note, I need number 6, 1, and then number 17, 1. Correct. Yep. Thank you. Perfect. Right. So after all that is said and done, take a look at our results here. I think we are running out of clean race cars, Chris.
Yeah,
How it is, but the 7
Gary
machine.
Brooks still sitting up front.
Yeah, it's, as I say, this is our championship tires from last season. Find themselves in 1-2. 20 laps to go. Coincidence? I think not. Shout out to Devin too. They're one of the Downshift admins sitting in P3 right now, showing that the guys behind the scenes can definitely get it done too. I appreciate it because I'm not helping in that respect. So, Chris need to make us look good.
We'll get you back out there.
Well, the problem is when I get out there, I don't look that good. I get out there anytime I want to. That's the problem.
Yeah, tomorrow I got to see if I can still remember how to drive a Formula V.
1 millisecond later, 3, you would have been screwed. Good job getting out before the pace car.
Yeah, that was like a Days of Thunder, like, watch the pace car kind of moment. He just beat that guy out.
Tell me to whip the 85 by, but they are 15 seconds out.
If they stay with the pack, if they catch you, try to let them go before the green. If you get blacked, I'll clear it. Don't fall back.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Yep, just do you. That's iRacing being unrealistically mean about it. So just, do what you gotta. Because the Lucky Dog technically gets an EOL. So you have to be last, but, craziness.
What is the Lucky Dog?
The Lucky Dog, it's a great question, Chris. So the Lucky Dog is something that NASCAR added, I think, in the early 2000s to help drivers kind of get their race back if they've had a bad start. So essentially, if you are
Can I get confirmation? There is no restart zone, right? It is when the pace car's off?
Yep, anytime after the pace car hits the pits, all the way to the green flag, call the ball. 777. So,
Hey, Benjamin, can you give me an EOL? I don't think I'm going to be on pace here, and I don't want to slow everybody down.
Yep, so Sean and everybody just kind of catch up now. Let's get closer here. If you get black flagged, I'll clear it. Just get close. Don't lose the draft.
Tell me to let the 85 by. I'm just
Green
going to
flag,
stick
green
with it, I
flag.
guess.
Yep, just stick with it. We'll be good. I'll clear it. Right. Sorry, I'll get to your explanation in one moment, Chris. Bunch of craziness going on at the back of the pack there, but everything's all sorted. I don't see any blacks, guys.
Yeah,
Are we good?
There's one. Oh no, that's Noah. He's out.
Noah leave? Yeah, he left. Huh. Did something happen? Did I miss something?
I don't know. I think somebody gave him a little bit of a hard time for coming back up onto the track, but I didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I didn't hear anything particularly harsh.
oh no, I mean that has my cousin too, so I'll give him a particular earful. No. So anyways, back to Lucky Dog from 10 minutes ago. Lucky Dog is something that helps racers get back on the lead lap. So if you are the first car on the lead laps, you can be any laps down that was not involved in the incident, is iRacing's twist on it, then you are eligible to get your lap back. So they'll let you drive around the pace car under yellow before the race starts again. And yeah, you'll be one less lap down. So Will Rempe went from 3 laps down to now, I believe, 2 laps down with his lucky dogness. So last season, we actually required you to bark over the mic when you got your lucky dog and were passing people. But I'm not enforcing that this season. There's the explanation nobody asked for except for maybe Chris, but it went too far. Let's see here. Chris, did you die on me, or are you just trying to collect your thoughts?
Oh no, I'm here.
Good.
I'm here.
Good, so I didn't scare you.
Sorry, I have an incident that I have to steward from the
Oh,
race
yeah.
round. I'm just
Yeah.
reading my rule book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an interesting call, but I'm interested to see. That's isn't it fun? It's like you're like a lawyer. It sets precedents for the rest of the season and the rest of the league. You know, no pressure, right?
Well, I look at it this way. And anytime I'm involved in an incident, I always look at it as an opportunity for growth. I was in another league race a couple weeks ago, and I thought for sure that I was involved in a huge wreck. I thought for sure that I was in the right, and turned out I could have avoided it and he could have avoided it, and we both chose not to and came together. So
That was a close
you know,
one.
Well, I
it's
think that's a
it's
great way to
hard.
put
It's
it.
hard when you're the driver. It's hard when you're the driver because
Yes.
we all want to put our car where we want to put our car, and we all think that we're right in the moment. So
Yeah, I think Kerry Brooks actually has one of the best ways of handling that. Usually, every time he's in an incident, he'll first, apologize, but he'll say, "I didn't think I was in the wrong there, but I'll take a look at the replay afterwards." A lot of guys will draw conclusions before they get a chance to really look at it from the unobjectable, outside the cockpit, and
oh yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah. No,
definitely good.
at the end of the day, I'd rather have an incident-free race than win the race. I even if it wasn't my fault, I hate being a part of something that ends somebody else's race. So,
Oh, 100%, man. Anybody with a
yeah.
heart's gonna think the same way, man. Absolutely. Well, Kerry Brooks is still leading the show. Definitely ticking off some laps led here. Oh, nice TV mix. That's a cool camera. We're riding along with Corey Abbott
Yeah.
on the outside here. Trying to drag race Kerry to the line. That's a cool shot. I love it when it does that. Yeah, that was really cool. That was the gyro cam. It's like we're sitting in the passenger seat. And that would be a fun place to be right now inside that 7 machine, because he has been clean as a whistle, but around the action all night. And as we close in on the final 15 laps of the race, he, of course, is in it to win it. The Bunny Man always shows up around that time. Stuff. You don't know what to pick your favorite guy from Canada. Yeah, that's Kerry in the lead right now for sure, man, and he is proving to be very difficult to pass. He actually pulled out a little bit here. Corey seems to make it to his quarter panel, though I tell you, he does have one heck of a run here as they come to the line, but it is still going to go to Kerry by about a door. So laps are ticking away. We are now on lap 48 of 60. A handful of cars still in this mess. I count 14 cars back to Hardcastle and the 20 there. They're still running, so down 3 from the race.
Who is that on Kerry's bumper?
That is Mr.
Number 8?
Devin. Number 8.
Yeah. He is just keeping it close.
Oh yeah, he keeps peeking on the inside right there on the straightaways. I have a feeling that he might catch Kerry off guard here. One of these times he's going to totally send it to the line, and I don't know if Kerry's going to react fast enough. He's definitely leaving some space there. But yeah. Devin is dang near pulling away from a Leighton to stay on the bumper of the 777, and he is pushing the wheels off of that FanFit gaming machine.
I wonder how much of that peeking out is just to scrub a little speed by getting out of the draft. Whew.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good tactic. It could be that. It could be, honest to God, from how I've played it, it might just be, all right, where's the turn? Oh, okay, there it is. Like, you just can't see. All you get is the bumper of the car in front of you. That's it. No wonder they make the spoilers on some of the stock cars clear now, so you can see through them, so you can see through the windows of the car in front of you and actually see out their windshield. For a little bit of air, at least. All right, so...
Ooh, man, they are getting a good run out of there.
Yeah, man. There's some serious speed. There's a whole lot of... they call it... It's not kinetic energy, it's the other type of energy, like the energy that isn't used yet, but it's building up. What the heck is that called? I need science words, I don't have them.
Potential energy?
I think it's potential energy, yeah. A lot of potential energy in this pack right now. For bad things. And I am concerned. I am very concerned. Because Daytona does not disappoint on any front in terms of action. Both for position cleanly and the other thing.
Lap car, please go apron.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the 85 machine. Harris is Haveline.
You have them?
Isn't he? Can't set EOL while not under caution. Okay. I didn't think I did that, but okay. Maybe I clicked too many buttons. I do that a lot. And then they put me in charge of race control, and it's just like, you crazy. 8 to go, Chris. Predictions now. We're so much closer. What do you think's gonna happen? Are we gonna? Yeah. You think Devin's looking to steal? Yeah, he's there. I don't know. It's gonna be close, man. He is all over Carey, but we do have Ryan Beeman looking like he's getting a little bit more aggressive to the back of the 7 car as we get closer here. I'd be interested to see if he would want to put a little push to that 7 on the backstretch. These guys are so afraid to bump draft, but when the race is on the line, you got to fly, right? Or maybe stay safe and get points. You know, that's a thing too. But God, Carey is leaving so much of that bottom open. I think he's trying to side draft Corey a little bit, and he's going to be so focused on that he's not going to see that 8 car sneak down underneath. I just hope that he doesn't come back across his nose, but if Carey gets sent to the middle, he will certainly be on a one-way ticket to the back, so that will most certainly not be good. But what a tight pack of cars we have here. Not really a whole lot of space between. Yeah, no kidding. Now, it's a little tricky, right, because we do have some cars in the pack, like Thomas Frisch, for example, in the 54 machine, second of the silver bullets on the outside in the 4th row. It is not on the lead lap, so he is just kind of there for moral support and, you know, ironically in the position to maybe push his teammate a little bit if it gets a little crazy here at the end. So, see, Corey's all the way up on the wall. He is either getting loose or maybe he's got something figured out up there because he did start to rocket, but fell really far back there. Now he is kind of getting a run, but Brian's not a whole lot closer. Yeah, it's getting tight, man. Something. Yeah, I think if Wayne pulls up to the back of the 21 here, like it looks like he's doing, I think the high line is going to start to fall off. And up there it goes. Yep, Devin, number 8 machine to the outside, getting in front of Corey. Now he will be the first car on the outside, and he is going to challenge Kerry Brooks' 777 machine for the lead. And he's got a heck of a run. I don't think he quite cleared him, though. Kerry's still there on the quarter. Now he's pulling back on the inside. Whew. My heart. Race, let me just go ahead and turn that off here for a minute, and hopefully I don't have to use it. Now it's a Leighton on the back. Devin cuts across. He does it. He has cleared Kerry. On the inside, the 8 machine rockets to the front out of 4. What a pass. Oh my, he waited for the perfect time. Yeah, he had a lot of time to stew on it back there, right? Holy cow. Well, 5 laps to go. And now Kerry finds himself fighting for either 3rd or 4th with Brian, and it's Corey Abbott still on the outside. And Devin getting his first lap sled in here. Oh, and Brian's going to send it into the inside of Corey, 3 wide. Corey shuffled to the wall. I don't think anybody's going to go with him. And Brian Beeman looked to cut in front of Devin. He did back off a little bit. Oh, he's backed off a little bit, and Devin held it. I sure think he did too, man. Holy cow. Wow. That's a lot going on. Brian really wanted that. And we do actually have a 3rd line forming. It looks like Andrew Hardcastle. Oh, Paul Laporte's in the wall trying to join him. But Corey Abbott and Andrew Hardcastle are trying to do it the long way around the track. And oh, Brian gets so close. But Corey might rocket back in front of. Oh, he's just not quite clear on the 41 machine. So close, but he does have Andrew to help still. Will that be enough between that and the wall draft? Oh my goodness. 3 wide. At least 2 deep. All right. super close racing here. Going to be 2 to go this time by. Oh, and Brian goes to the outside. He's going to take the front line away. Corey is going to give a little bit of a push. Now they're 3 wide, 3 deep. What's that? Yeah, no, but the Silver Bullets are teammates, though. That's Tom actually putting Will White in a great position here. Sticking around. No reason to drop back now as he has great pace. Absolutely awesome. Awesome stuff. Oh my goodness. What a drive from all of these guys. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I think Brian is clear. Will he turn down? No, he won't. Oh, it is getting so crazy. 3 wide still, and it's going to be the white flag this time by as they cross to start the 60th and final lap. Week 1 here at Daytona, Downshift Esports ARCA League. And it's still just about anybody's game. I might start picking somebody towards the back because I have a feeling these guys might just all wreck. Holy cow. Ryan has the edge in the corner, and Corey is pushing him as safely and as hard as he possibly can, trying to keep the 41 held solid. I go ahead and grab Chopper Cam to kind of tell the story here towards the end of the race. Oh, Kerry's getting so high into Thomas, but Thomas keeps it off. Brian's lost all of his speed. Oh, and Kerry gets in the back, and there they go! Huge wreck! Oh my god! I think Sean McMillan has won the race! Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god! Wow! Oh! Oh man. Man, Kerry tried to give it all to the back of Devin's bumper to try to get him across, and this is unbelievable. Wow, I can't believe this. So Sean is currently sitting in. I mean, there's a couple cars in front of him here that aren't for position, but he's the 9th or 10th car coming into turn 3, and you're gonna watch Kerry try to push the 8, hook him just ever so slightly. And the seas are going to part yet again for the 17 machine, and he's going to make it through. That's unbelievable. Well, that is crazy. Yeah, it's done that a couple times this race. That is awesome. On board there with Corey Abbott. He manages to get through. Here's our final results, by the way, just to kind of let everybody know how that went down. So Sean McMillan steals it. P1, Brian Beeman P2 by 0.073 seconds, just in case you were wondering how close that was. Corey Abbott still just over a tenth at 0.128. Wayne Ruprack, 0.154 in fourth. Leighton Norgard rounding out the top 5. Just over 0.2 behind. I mean, that was unbelievable. Wow. My gosh, I gotta go back and watch more of this. That's just wild. I mean, we knew what we were getting into, but like still seeing it is something else. That is crazy. This is Kerry Brooks thing. Yeah. Does Kerry keep it? Kerry's gonna finish the race in the pits. Look at that. Very nice. Wayne spinning across the line there. Where did Kerry end up? Oh man. Kerry ended up 11th, 1 lap down, huh? I have to go ahead and take a look at the replay on that one and try to get that sorted. I believe iRacing is trying to penalize him for entering the pits, but I don't necessarily think that I would give that to him or anybody else. That's something. So we'll have to take a look at that for sure to sort that out. But yes, very, very good stuff, man. Holy cow. Well, I think that's going to do it for me here in the broadcast in the RC booth tonight. I don't really know what else there is to say except for wow. If that's how the season starts, we got 7 more, guys. That's crazy. Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining me up here. I have a feeling that we might make a habit of this thing, huh? Cool. It's your road racing thing on, or oval racing thing on, I guess I should say. Cool. All right, buddy. All right, you too, man. Oh, sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.